What's up, everybody? Welcome to Creepy Clown Horror Stories. We're gonna be watching some clown stories, presumably from 2016, I guess, but three true clown horror stories by Mr. Nightmare, I think. So I'm just gonna stop talking and get into it. Reaction time. Let me just turn this up.
This happened when I was 12 years old, an age old enough to be aware of my surroundings and have a pretty good sense of danger, but also still around that age that attracts a certain selection of creeps. We live in a decently busy neighborhood. However, we're on a dead-end block near a forest preserve, and across the street from us is a sump. And if you were to go through the forest
swamp or a
you would
swamp?
find yourself in a small
Did you say
community
swamp
park.
or did you say swamp?
There was this one Saturday night that a mini carnival was being held in the park, and since I wasn't doing anything with friends, my mom suggested that I go check out the carnival. She isn't the kind of mom who tells her kids not to go out past dark. She always let me do my own thing. So I did end up going. I crossed through the forest with a flashlight and eventually passed the fence that led to the park and saw lit up carnival rides everywhere. A Ferris wheel, a mini roller coaster, some of those big spinning rides, and of course concession stands and carnival game booths. It was late enough where it wasn't very crowded. There was also a big circus tent with the red and white stripes where I saw some people entering.
There we go.
I poked my head inside where I saw 4 rows of people in the audience, and on this mini stage were 3 clowns performing tricks. One was on a tricycle, one was juggling, and the other was just dancing around. Then the dancing one noticed me poking my head inside the tent, and he skipped over closer to me and started waving his index finger, signaling for me to come closer, or to come onto the stage. I didn't really know. All I knew is I didn't want to do either, and so I walked away.
Good.
I ran into a friend.
Probably shouldn't
It came from
follow
behind me.
clowns.
It was
No
one of
one,
the
no one
clowns.
wants to follow clowns.
The clown that was waving me over earlier. He asked me if I wanted to check out the backstage
Nah.
area of the circus tent and some of the cool things the guests cannot see. I said no very quickly and walked into the forest,
No.
looking back every few seconds to make sure I wasn't
Nope.
being followed. And I was.
Nope, no, I would never. I would never do that. He followed you into the woods to ask you. He followed you into the woods to ask you to come follow him into the backstage of this circus. No. It's just the Ghostbuster line. If someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Except if a clown asks you if you want to see the backstage of a circus, you say no.
The clown just stood there watching me, with the painted-on smile on his face, making the situation even more disturbing. When I was out of view,
Nah, you just
he
run.
had to
You
from me
run.
before
You
I was
you just run
confident he
away.
would be able to find me. I was not
Exactly.
going to tell my mom what
You
happened
gotta-
because
gotta-
I love being allowed out whenever
gotta
I
run.
want, and I feared
Just gotta
that this
run.
might ruin that. It's a half-mile walk through the woods. I was probably 3/4 of the way there when I heard it again.
Half mile, and you just had a casual clown approach you when you're leaving. You gotta keep looking back. Your head gotta be like an owl turning back like to see if anyone's following you. Like, I don't have good stamina, like really, really good stamina. Like, I can run for a little bit, but then I have to, like, give up. Like, if I do a mile, I can probably go for, like, 1 full lap, or maybe, like, a half a lap before I have to stop for, like, another half of a lap, and then run for another half, like... Well, if that happened to me, like, if I had to, like, walk through a forest after having to have a conversation with a clown, trying to get me to go into the back of a circus with them, I'd be running the entire half mile through that forest without even stopping, constantly looking back like this, continuously looking back to see if anyone's following me. Because I would never. What? No.
This time, I immediately felt sick when I heard it. I turned and saw the same clown walking out from the darkness of the woods into the light of my flashlight. When he was close enough, I threw the flashlight at him and ran for it in the direction of my house.
Why do you care so much about this child, bro? Pretty much it for this one. I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna catch up on some other things, and I have some plans for other reaction stuff like this. In this way, just kind of watching something simple and then it being over. Anyway, that's about it. That's about it. See you next week.